If I put the camera like this, you guys can see the two beds. It's actually the color of my nail polish. It's pretty close to this color. Not like personally, well, maybe. No, but on a serious note, what if I change my channel name again? I know. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I have to share with you 4 things that I've been loving. I don't often share favorite type videos with you because if I don't have anything to share, I just won't. But I just so happen to have 4 things that I've been really enjoying lately, and I want to share them with you. And in true, like, mostly minimalist, mostly mindful fashion, only one of them is actually a physical product. So let's start with that one. It's our new electric tea kettle. Now you may have seen that in our Vlogmas videos this past December, and in fact, in November of 2016, somewhere around there, on Instagram and on my personal Facebook page, I asked everyone if they preferred an electric tea kettle or a regular tea kettle. And since then, my husband and I have been on the fence. We just could not decide what to do. It was important to me that whatever we got, we'd be able to put it away because I don't like things out on the counters. Even if you use them every single day, use it every day for like 5 minutes. So it's just best for me, of course, everything is for yourself, but it's just best for us to put it away. So we finally agreed on changing from a regular stovetop kettle to an electric tea kettle. We got one from the brand Elec Homes, and I'll link it below. It's from Amazon. They have a white and a blue color. Maybe it's a little different nowadays, but we went with the blue, which is totally crazy. You probably would think like streamlined organization. I'm sure they went with white, but really everything was getting white and everything was boring, and we needed a little more color, and it was a cool, nice shade of blue. And it says it's smaller than a roll of paper towels, and that's a little bit misleading. It might be a little shorter than a roll of paper towels, but it's still pretty wide. But regardless, we are able to fit it perfectly in one of our baking cabinets. A couple reasons I really like it is that it heats the water pretty darn quickly. It doesn't whistle super loud, so if I'm not in the room, it's not this annoying sound I have to run and turn it off if my girls are napping or sleeping. And it has a stay warm function, so I just click that button and it'll keep the water pretty warm. Sometimes I keep it at stay warm and I don't come to it quick enough, and so I can just turn it back on and reheat it, and it takes like 30 seconds because it really did stay warm most of the time. Now it's sort of like a middle of the line. I think some of the top of the line kettles have like a specific degree of water that you can heat it to, a specific temperature. This does not have that function, and that's okay with us. We're just using it really for coffee, and I'm not that picky with my tea. It's just hot water, so maybe one day I can upgrade to that, but it's not anything I really desire. My next favorite is something that's been on my to-read list for a long time. Joshua Becker's The More of Less. He is the reason why I would ever call myself a minimalist. He was the first book, or his was the first book I ever read, Clutter Free with Kids. I sort of started minimalism about when Olivia was 1 and I was pregnant with Violet. So I've experienced bringing home a baby without being mindful and bringing home a baby with being mindful. Totally transformed the way we live, totally give him so much credit. That book was written in a very great, easy to understand way. This is his second physical book. I think he also has an ebook. So what I really like about this book is it kind of delves into how to invest your dividends, he calls it, how to invest the more of less. So oftentimes at the beginning of a minimalism journey, you'll hear like, live with less so you can experience more. More what? More time, more energy, more money. And he kind of talks about what to do with more time on your hands, how to spend that money mindfully, how to, donate or invest, and where to like give the things you're decluttering instead of just always to the Goodwill. And it really, really inspired me, and it's once again re-motivated me to live mindfully. I'm like always tempted to change my channel name again, you guys. I don't know why I want to do it all the time, but I do. And this book has like reignited a passion in me. It makes me want to focus my message here on YouTube. It makes me want to spread my message over on blogs and podcasts, even though I have absolutely no idea how to blog or podcast. But it just encourages me to invest my time into things that are meaningful. It has been out for a while, so I'm sure that you can get it at your local library if you don't want to buy the book. But if you do, I will link it below through Amazon. The third thing I've been loving is a recipe, and I followed the Domestic Diva, I believe is her channel name, and she posted oat pancakes, and they were so good. On a whim, I'm like, oh, I have all those ingredients, I'll just try it, and they were delicious. My girls ate 5 each. Like, that's a big number of pancakes for a 2-year-old to eat. Olivia actually ate 4, and she's 4 years old, but one of them was like a double. You know, like the first pancake is always huge. But it was made with some key ingredients. It had yogurt in the batter, maple syrup was actually in the batter, and it was made with oat flour. And if you don't have oat flour like I didn't, you can just grind up some oatmeal in your blender. And if you get gluten-free oats, then this is a gluten-free recipe. It's not vegan, it did have eggs, but we don't mind that So if you're looking for a new breakfast recipe, that one was delicious. Had a really cool texture to it. It was almost like a muffin. And now I'm like searching for like a oat bran type muffin. There used to be one at Starbucks that I loved. So anyway, I'm so pleased with that recipe. We will definitely add it to our rotation. And the last favorite I've been loving is a show on Hulu. So if you're looking for a new show that's binge-worthy, may I please recommend The Path. Oh my goodness, I cannot stop watching the show. I cannot stop thinking about this show. I've always been somewhat interested in like cults. Not like personally, well, maybe. Let me backtrack here. When I was younger, I read this book called The Face on the Milk Carton. Thumbs up or comment below if you ever read that young adult book. And I liked it. It was interesting. And it was the first time I really heard of cults. And then, you know, later on in my childhood, the Waco thing happened on TV. And I'm always fascinated by the idea of bringing people together. It's always done with good intentions and then someone goes crazy and it all goes bad. So this show kind of is around that, you know, I just find it so interesting. I really do. Also kind of cool, the main actor in that show is Aaron Paul, who was in Breaking Bad. So if you like that show and you liked him, you get a chance to see him again. So there you have it. Hopefully you got a recommendation of something to watch, eat, read, or buy. If you have a favorite of your own, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. No, but on a serious note, what if I change my channel name again? I know when I picked Living Even Keel, like, it had to do with balance and like living a balanced life, and I thought it was really pertinent. And I still do think it's pertinent, but it's a little bit of a stretch. But I liked it because it was a play on words because of my last name. But I want to focus on spreading a specific message, and I'm thinking about something. First I was thinking about the word minimalist, but I'm afraid to use that word in my title because I don't want it to box me in, but I do need to focus. So then I kind of come to the word mindful. I think mindful is a little more broad but still focused. You guys, help me out here.